Welcome to The Focus with Javon Adams. My name is Javon Adams. You can call me Jay or J Love. I do this thing 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Didn't do last Friday. I'll get into that with what I want to talk about today. But so make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend when you have an opportunity to rate. Rate as high as you can. It definitely helps. So I mentioned about a month ago that my father passed away. And this weekend, we had the celebration of life. And along the way, people ask me often, and I want to take a moment out to say those folks who are listening to this are my partners, my friends, just associates that checked in with me. That means so much. I can't say enough. So thank you. But so again, my father passed away, had the celebration of life. So my brother and I, we were able to be able to be on the same page with how we wanted this to go about. And there's a couple things that I want to share, 2 or 3 things today. So there may or may not be necessarily a topic about this particular podcast, this particular episode, but a couple things that I want you to walk away with. One, the power of teamwork, the power of being able to be on the same page. As I'm recording this, I'm just getting home from a long weekend, so please forgive me. Because what I mean by it is this: when it comes to making difficult decisions, oftentimes you're worried about maybe how others will perceive the decision, or if you're embarking on a new journey, how people will perceive that, negatively, positively, indifferent, be that as it may. My brother came to me. And when we were talking, when we were talking one day, he came up with an idea. Our father was a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and he said, "What do you think about having the celebration of life that focuses where we're just really laid back in terms of casual, and we wear and the immediate family wears Kansas City Chiefs jerseys?" Man, I was on board from jump, because that, if you know somebody, if you know yourself, if you know somebody, then you understand maybe how to be able to interact with that person, or how to go about sharing your beliefs, your personality with the world or with a group of people. So for our father, that was perfect, because he wouldn't want somebody coming dressed to the nines to some type of celebration of life service. So if you're collaborating, that's probably the best word. If you're collaborating, if you're trying to find that happy medium and being able to figure out how to be able to get this project, celebration of life is still a project, as crude as that may sound, project to execute this project, this idea. So we did that, and we were on the same page, and it perfect execution on that in terms of getting across what we wanted to for our father. So excellent job there. The other thing is, think about the way in which you interact with people, whether it's business wise, if it's just on a one-to-one basis, going to the bagel shop, and how you're interacting with people. Those things matter, because not only for you might be the business owner in your community, the way in which you interact. So the second thing is the way in which you interact with people. Because the great thing about our father is that wherever he went, he kind of lit up a room. And that was a wonderful thing. So when my brother and I were running errands before the celebration of life, we were going different places, and when we shared that our father had passed away, he had been in some of these different businesses, and his impact shared. We loved when he came in. He came in and he lit up the room. We wondered where he was. And so the way in which you interact with people, it matters. Because let's say from a business perspective, if you go into the local bagel shop and you own XYZ business, but you treat people poorly, or you are very aloof, or you're very distant, or you're just rude, that can have a negative impact on your business, or the way in which you're perceived. Somebody comes in and says, "Hey, Jay owns a pressure washing business." "Oh, well, Jay, really? Well, I'm never going to use Jay's business, because when he comes in, he's very rude, and he treats people rude, and he's impatient, and so forth and so on." the way in which you treat people, it matters, because that speaks volumes when you're not there. Because I could have a certain perception of my father, and somebody else could have a totally different perception or different interaction, and their reality is a little bit different. But from co-workers that he worked with for 30 years at the company that he worked for, from friends that were friends from kindergarten in the town that he lived in, all these different people, it was consistent in terms of his demeanor, in terms of his interaction with people, in terms of just that consistency, for lack of a better term. So those are the two things that I want to leave you with. So the power of collaboration, being on the same page with those people that you work with, and then also the way in which you treat people, especially when nobody is looking. Those things really matter. So keep those things in mind. So hope, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you listening. This weekend taught me a lot, and I know that those people that were there, I appreciate them taking time out of their day on a weekend to be able to celebrate the life of a great man, Willie Adams. So like, share, subscribe. Do this thing 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm looking forward, by the time Wednesday comes, to tweak some things in terms of what with the website, which is Focus Now. I got to get it right. So pause on that in terms of the accuracy of the website name, but it's up and running. I just got to make sure that I get the website out there, because I would love for y'all to get on board, subscribe, all those types of things, so that so you can stay in tune to what I have going on here with the Focus with Javon Adams. So tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, and I'll see you on Wednesday. But thank you for a few minutes of your time, and as I always like to say around this time, you can